Hey everyone, it's March 24th and it's a little over 70 degrees out. It's pretty nice out today. It's a little overcast, but the sun's out. And this is long overdue. I need to do some work on the Suzuki. So yeah, I might as well get right into it. I'm going to be replacing the control arms and shocks. And yeah, that's about it. Doesn't sound like much, but there's all the parts there. Ain't even open them up, but yeah, I got two control arms here, and I got the shocks, and that's it. Oh yeah, I also got a new top mount just in case. It wasn't that expensive, so I figured I'd do that. So yeah, anyway, the Suzuki still does have a high-speed wobble every now and then, and this is just one more thing I can do to try and pin it down, and maybe that's the cause. I'm thinking that hopefully I find a little bit of slop in the bushings in the control arm, and also that bottom ball joint, which I don't even think that's really a ball joint. It's like a piece of rubber and a steel pin that goes through. But anyway, that's going to be today's job. I know I haven't done a video in a while, and yeah, it'll be good to finally get something done and get this out of the way. But yeah, let me show you what's been distracting me for a little bit. Plus, the weather hasn't been too advantageous for working on stuff lately. But yeah, I've been working on my garage here, and I got most of this floor down in this area, and it's starting to get a little more normal in here. But yeah, and I'm really happy with this floor. It came out pretty good. So it's not exactly level, but finally I'm going to have some decent workspace in here, and hopefully that'll help with videos and obviously the ongoing repairs that constantly need to be done. But enough about that. I'm going to get set up with the Suzuki, and I'll be right back. Alright, before I get started on the Suzuki, I wanted to take one of these control arms and have a look at it. So, yeah, this is a common problem with Suzukis that were built around this time, and it's not just the SX4, it's a couple other ones. I was thinking this ball joint was not as beefy as it is. This actually looks like a pretty decent setup, but I was expecting this to be the weak spot. But I'm kind of thinking, I really don't like when they do this like rubber and then they put the bushing in there. You know, this thing flexes quite a bit. So if I were to guess, I would say this is probably what's egged out and makes the car wobble every now and then. But who knows, out of everything I've done for it, the Michelin tires actually made the biggest difference. So anyway, I just wanted to look over this part before I get started. And yeah, I know I haven't made a video in a while and stuff, and I just really wanted to thank all the people that have subscribed lately. It means the world to me. I definitely want to keep making videos and stuff. And this week, hopefully, or probably next week or so, anyway, sometime soon, I'm going to start doing rides for subscribes. So anyway, I'll talk a little more about that later, but I'm basically going to grab the RZR and the four-wheeler and head out to Pierce Ferry, the main road to the Grand Canyon Skywalk, and offer people a free ride for a subscription to the channel. So anyway, enough about that. I'm going to get started on the Suzuki, and I'll see you in a bit. Alrighty, so we got the wheel off, and I got the jack stand under there and the jack holding it up, so we should be good. So let's see. There's a couple ways I could go about doing this. I could do the control arm first, or I could do the shock first. But basically, I'm gonna have to pretty much take all this stuff apart, and well, I'll figure it out. Be right back. Alrighty, so I decided to start with the control arm on the bottom. So the first thing I did was I turned the wheels all the way to the left so I'd have better access to it. And this is a 14 millimeter for the bottom ball joint here. Just gonna break that loose. And really glad I got this ratchet. I can finally get in at a lot of this stuff a lot easier with this thing. And you've got to take this all the way out. There's a groove in the ball joint, so if you don't have that all the way out, it's not going to drop out for you. And I really didn't bring a bar or a hammer. Let's see. Alrighty, I'm going to have to drive a screwdriver in there and then bang on this, and that should drop right out for me. So be right back. Alright. I can't even really get in here too good to give it a whack. Alrighty, so now I got the right tool for the job. I got my sledgehammer and I got a tire iron here. So hopefully this will pop out. I don't have a really good screwdriver to expand that with. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Usually just the extra mass of the hammer will do it, but not today. And there we go. So yeah, it just is down all the way and doesn't want to come off, but it'll slide right out. There we go. Alrighty, so I'm just going to leave that and take the other hardware apart. That'll slide right out. So basically I just have to take these bushings off. Let me figure out what size those are and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so this bolt, I thought it would go through, but it doesn't, so it must just be a straight bolt. This is 17 millimeter in the front there. So I'm going to loosen that one up and take that one out, so be right back. That's nice, that broke free, nice and easy. There we go. Man, look at that thing, it's a mile long. There we go, Eureka. There we go, and that finally popped out like it should have earlier. Alrighty, so just have to take this out, and we'll replace that, and then we'll drop the top of this knuckle out and get this shock out and replace that as well. So let me figure out what size this is, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so on this bushing, the top nut is 21 millimeter, and the bottom bolt is 17 millimeter. Unfortunately, with this setup, I already know from experience, if I try to torque on this, I'm just going to break this ratchet. So I'm going to have to find a little bit better of a setup. I might put the air on the bottom and see if I can just back the top. But honestly, I don't have too many 21 millimeter tools. So I'll figure it out and be right back. Alrighty, so I still got my flimsy ratchet up top, and I'm going to hit it with the impact on the bottom. I don't know how good of a shot. I'm going to try and get this in the shot for you. So we'll see what happens. Alrighty, I think that should be good. And yeah, it looks like I can just barely fit that in there. I don't think this is going to work, but let's see. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well, I expected that to give me a much harder time than it did, so alright, that's awesome. Yeah, that's it. I just have to hammer on this and get this out and replace it with the new one. Alrighty, so I have all the hardware's loose, and it's off the bottom ball joint and everything. And it definitely looks like it would be a lot easier to get this out of the way and then get this out, but it kind of looks like there might be enough room if you do it like this. If you pull this out and you start wiggling here, yep, it will drop out for you. So yeah, there's that. So this one's out. Alrighty, so I grabbed the other one, and this one does have a RS, so the LS must stand for left side and the RS stands for right side. So this should be the correct one, which it is. It looks just like that one. And let me see if I can slide this thing in here and get this thing together. It's all about the geometry. And smacking it into place. Looks like it's pretty much just needs to go back in, and that bushing, this one's sliding right in, no problem, but that one there might need a little help. And it's going right in, perfect. Getting this to line up though is going to be there we go, cool. Awesome. Yeah, you're definitely going to need some wiggle room with this. Let's see how this one goes. This one's going to be the tough one. So right from the start, there we go. Wow. Actually went a lot better than I expected. But that's pretty much it. Just got to get it in there far enough to get the thread started. So let me tilt the camera, lay down on the ground here, and wiggle that in the rest of the way. So hopefully you have a good shot at this. But so basically, this is what I do in these situations. Just wiggle it around. And I think that's started. Definitely want to be a little careful here so I don't cross thread anything. Impact, but definitely want to get a feel for this before I start cranking on it. That feels really good. That's in there. And yeah, I don't know what's up with this nut, if that's actually a nut or part of the frame. I don't think it's part of the frame. Just welded on there that nice. So yeah, I might as well finish this up, tighten this up. There, that's good. Shouldn't be over tight, and it's good and tight that it won't come loose. And just got to throw this one in. Let's see. I always like to get a feel for it myself, see how much torque's on it. Feels good. Go a little more if I can. That's good and tight. Alrighty. So now I just have to put the lower ball joint back into the steering knuckle, put that together, and then I'll start taking the rest apart to replace the shocks. I'll give it a... That's not worth it. So I'm just going to take these off, and I got to get this stuff out anyway to get the shock and replace the shocks, so be right back. Well, it looks like I might have to put this project on hold and order this linkage, because it looks like the only way it's going to come out is if it gets cut out. And yeah, that's completely stripped now. But yeah, it looks like I'm not going to be able to do the shock, that's for sure. Not until I get a new linkage here. Alrighty, well, I think that's going to do it for today. I'm going to clean up and call it a day. So at least I have a video of the control arm. That's all in. I just have to put this bolt through, tighten up the ball joint, and put the steering knuckle back together. And that's it. So thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you later.